Systems Walsh, Chapter 18, Interaction Patterns in Marital Success and Failure, according to Gottman Laboratory Studies. Gottman is still the seminal researcher in how we found happy marriages versus marriages that are indicators and predictors for divorce. Demographics, he's got 6 different longitudinal studies with 667 married couples with a divorce category including all couples who went forward to the divorce. Gottman's 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, indicators of marriages that can end in divorce, from 1994. Negativity is part of any marital conflict. However, impending doom in relationship with those 4 horsemen are criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. Criticism, very common in distressed relationships. Name-calling, blaming, global complaints, characterized by you statements and very few I statements. Contempt is the most corrosive, more destructive than criticism because it conveys disgust and disrespect. Sarcasm, mockery, hostile humor, belittling. Defensiveness, to protect oneself against perceived attack, sometimes becomes isolation and withdrawal. If you're looking at incorporating Susan Johnson's EFT, the pursuer, the withdrawal, defensiveness becomes very ineffective because it's a blaming behavior and it feeds into contempt and to criticism. Stonewalling, feeling overwhelmed, just failing to engage in the fight. Many times that type of self-protection requires a lot more energy, makes it impossible to listen, shuts down the communication process. Many couples feel like as long as you're willing to fight with me, then you still care. Whether that's reality or it's healthy, it does exist. And stonewalling says you've quit caring. And sometimes that may be entirely the truth. The 4 horsemen present within conflict discussions predicts divorce with a 94% accuracy, even with newlywed couples. Emotional disengagement connects with stonewalling. Extreme levels of negativity, lack of positive affect, lack of demonstration of interest, affection, humor, concern that's characteristic of happy couples. One clinical thing might be to say what attracted you in the first place, where you had in a commitment relationship in this marriage. Are you ambivalent? Where are we at in understanding ourselves? Flooding is tainted by kind of the 4 horsemen pattern when one person is emotionally and physically overwhelmed, feeling attacked, feeling that it's necessary to have an emergency state with the conflict, to take a break, to stonewall, to be defensive, to withdraw. Negative reciprocity, criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling are specific types of negative conflict that signal danger. Not all negativity is damaging to the relationship. The more harmful pattern is negative escalation, and where negativity spawns increased negativity, increased conflict, and a situation of win or lose versus a win-win situation that counselors should try to help their clients look for. The second type of negative reciprocity is characteristic of all marriages, including happy ones, which matches negativity for negativity, anger to anger, sadness to sadness, but not necessarily contempt to contempt or criticism. Conflict styles of happy couples are problem solving, communications, I statements, validations, and a less than volatile conflict resolution model. Although some couples are characterized by volatile arguments followed by very happy makeup periods, still the validators have to be skilled at compromise and the ability to resolve their differences. Avoiding conflict, stonewalling does not necessarily stop disagreements from being under the surface and being expressed in other ways. There is also a way of handling conflict that decides to set your own battles and what's important. And no marriage is going to be perfect, and some things have to be just accepted as long as there's not those things do not lead to violence, abuse, or a loss of safety for anyone. Understanding that some problems are solvable, some problems are not solvable, and what can we live with without becoming gridlocked into a very negative pattern? What can we do to understand and accept the partner that we've been given? Accepting influence of outside friends, of other families, of other cultures, attempts to repair issues, to talk out issues so they will not continue to reoccur with unhappy couples that fight the same fight over and over and over. Couples that turn away from each other during the fight versus couples that turn toward each other. Understanding the fight to be external versus internal. Helping to rewrite the past. Finding the happy things that are easy to remember, difficult things that are less easy to remember. Unhappy couples present with strong negativity toward their spouse and are vague and unclear what attracted them to them. And the first, chaotic perceptions, that we have so much chaos, we have so many struggles, we have so much stress that our relationship has become hopeless without solution. Disappointment, disillusionment, and thinking who we've married is not the person that we have wound up with. And is that okay? Is it not okay? Can it be dealt with or not dealt with? Looking at happy couples with fondness and admiration, having love languages and love maps and a way to go back to each other after conflict, glorifying the struggle, a sense of we-ness versus I-ness, a sense of couplehood versus individuality, transitioning to parenting, very vulnerable couples who are chaotic, out of control, who are afflicted with postpartum depression or other kind of chronic illnesses, medical or physical or mental health issues, and places where there is a loss of safety with domestic violence or family violence, abuse, or neglect. Resilient couples, in contrast, stable couples show awareness, fondness, and admiration that helps buffer and protect their relationship through very stressful periods, and the influence of new fathers and new mothers, and to maintain the quality of the couplehood, the couple's friendship, and understanding that parenting is one more aspect of, not a replacement for, couplehood. So look at that as we go through, and we will pick back up with some more work with Gottman.